Well, a majority of House Democrats want to stop giving any kind of aid to Israel.
Yeah, more than 100 Democrats voted for an amendment to remove military aid. That equals $3.3 billion. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries opposes the measure, but still wants change.
Our support for Israel's right to exist as a Jewish and democratic state and homeland for the Jewish people, and at the same time, pressing the urgent need to establish an independent Palestinian state that allows the Palestinian people to live with dignity, respect, and self-determination.
For more, let's welcome in editor-in-chief of the National Memo, Joe Conason, as well as former Trump special advisor Catalina Lauf. We also have our special guests in studio, Bill Spadia and Kate Monroe. What does this vote on U.S. aid to Israel tell you about the sharp divide on Capitol Hill, Catalina?
Yeah, this shows exactly what the Democratic Party has become, and it's completely run by Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. You know, they have absolutely no problem spending billions of dollars to Ukraine or pet projects around the world. But when it comes to supporting our great ally in the Middle East, especially right now, it's so clear that this is where they stand. They're anti-Israel. And it's unfortunate that this is exactly who the Democratic Party is recruiting now. They're just anti-President Trump and anti-Republican every single day.
Joe, your thoughts on why this occurred? Why did so many Democrats vote to just say no more aid to Israel? And is there a risk here, that we could possibly see another, at the risk of hyperbole, see another October 7th as a result of this? Joe?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were addressing me.
Yes.
Look, there's a reason why this is happening. And about 18 of the Democrats who voted for this resolution are office holders who've been supported in the very recent past by the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. These are not anti-Israel votes. These are votes of concern about the policies of the current Israeli government, which polls in Israel show is likely to lose its authority in the next election in October, because Israelis are also fed up with this government. So this is not anti-Israel. It has nothing to do with Trump, really. It has to do with voters in this country becoming concerned with Israeli policy. And we see this in polls. Lots of people who have supported Israel for many, many years are fed up with the Netanyahu government and its policies in Gaza, its desire to continue the war in Iran, and, lots of other, what's going on in the West Bank, a lot of policy by Israel that has alienated many, many people who've supported it in the past.
Kate, your take and what's gotten us to this point?
Well, centuries long, ideological and, religious wars and battles have got us to this point. It's more important, though, that what's going to get us out of this problem. And it's easy to say, oh, well, let's just make 2 states and give these people their land and give these people their land. Meanwhile, some of them will go to the end of the earth to murder the other forever. I don't think that we really understand here in America their determination and how strong they stand and conviction and what they believe. We waffle so much, we just think, oh, you guys can just get along. It does not work like that.
No, Bill, I want to shift gears here a little bit. Democrats focusing in on other matters right now. They're looking to replace Graham Plattner, obviously, as their Senate nominee from Maine. Now, over 2 hours, I don't know if you've seen any of this.
Wow.
Eight candidates explained why each person was the best to take on Republican Senator Susan Collins. And here's what some of them said.
Should people be deported if they came to this country illegally?
I believe that if someone is here illegally and the only crime they committed was that, we need a pathway to citizenship.
And so I have many ideas on this one.
Give me an example of a specific area of oversight that you'd like to have a hearing on.
Well, I'd like to have a lot of hearings.
Actually, what qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now.
Okay, let's just be objective.
This can't be real.
We're just,
we're all. I'm just going to say it. We're all sitting here. This feels like a skit, a spoof.
It feels like a Saturday Night Live skit. It really does.
A bad one.
Where do we begin?
A bad one.
Not even a funny one.
I think it's a couple things. One, this is showing the Democratic Party they've lost their focus. Whatever that focus was, they are now full on DEI. Let's pretend we have an open process. And this is absurd. I think they've concluded that Susan Collins is going to get reelected. And I think that the issue is that, her coming on board with the Save America Act was a huge move. But this just shows that with the Democratic Party, it's not about ideas.
No.
It is about DEI. It's about this politics of identity, where we're going to figure out what box do you check no matter how ridiculous you sound. If you check the right box in the poll, we're going to elevate you and put you up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they failed with Graham Plattner. They had a guy that they picked. He's like, beer drinking, gun owner. That guy will appeal to the people that we're losing.
And it was all a
like,
fraud anyway.
Wait a minute. Nazi tattoo. Wait a minute. Accusations. That went too far. So it's a joke.
They just find someone to toe that line for them. Yeah. And then when it backfires, like it did with Plattner, they have nothing left at that point.
But I think actually that the guy in the dress on the end, that's their winner.
Hey, is it almost sad that they can't come up with someone else?
Well, I mean,
They
I think,
will.
but these are the people
They
they
will
come
up with
with
someone else.
by design. Like everything is by design, just like AOC. They sort of hold a contest, and whoever they feel they can control and give talking points to, and they groom them over time.
Yeah, well, okay. Joe, let me ask you this then: who do you think is the best candidate to replace Graham Plattner? I mean, he had a rap sheet that we were talking about for weeks on end here.
There are a couple of experienced, or 2 or 3 experienced people running in this process, which will be, overseen by 600 people from around Maine who are in the Democratic Party. They will choose somebody. It's not going to be any of the clips that were cherry picked here to embarrass the party. It will be, someone who was a former legislative leader in their Maine Senate, or others who have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
But that's a process, and it's easy to make fun of it. It's messy, but there will be a nominee, and I'm not sure Susan Collins feels as confident as you do.
Well, Joe, we appreciate your optimism, sir. Catalina Lauf, Joe Coniston, of course, Bill Spadea, and Kate Monroe. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more to